John Wayne was among the most popular and well-known actors of the 1940s and 50s, to the extent that almost every role he adopted in his later career was the protagonist of the film. Wayne's star power alone was enough to entice most audiences to watch his new projects, regardless of the story or the filmmakers that were attached. It was a kind of Hollywood draw that's rarely seen today, and it meant that John Wayne's best movies almost always had him at their core. However, John Wayne's movies weren't always westerns or war films and didn't always feature Wayne at the forefront. The actor had a surprising range that wasn't often seen in mid-century Hollywood. It was much more common for stars to carve out their niche within the industry and stick to it, but although Wayne certainly found his niche in westerns and war films, he was always willing to step out of his comfort zone and try something new. This made him one of the most versatile stars of the time, even when he wasn't absolutely top billing in a particular project. Three Girls Lost was one of John Wayne's first credited roles, and his character is far from the macho heroes that he would later come to play so frequently. The film centers around three young girls who abandon their small town and leave their previous lives behind in search of fame and fortune in the big city, where they encounter a series of figures who prove that glitz and glamour aren't everything it's made out to be. Maker of Men is a sports drama released in 1931. The film follows Bob, who faces rejection from his father, Coach Dudley, his girlfriend, and his school, due to his lackluster football skills. Determined to prove his worth, Bob joins a rival college team with the goal of defeating his father's team, Texas Cyclone. Set in a small western town, Texas Cyclone follows Texas Grant, who is mistaken for the deceased Jim Rollins. To help Rollins' wife, Helen, save her ranch from Utah Becker, Grant assumes Rollins' identity, leading to confrontations that could determine the fate of the land. The second of John Wayne's collaborations with filmmaker D. Ross Letterman in 1931, Two-Fisted Law is a very different kind of western that finally gives Wayne the more mature, bravado role that had later become renowned for. The story follows an American rancher who finds himself the victim of a complex scam by a group of crooked farmers, forcing him to take revenge, settle the score, and prevent them from swindling the other residents of his town. Lady and Gent was a classic Hollywood drama that incorporates everything audiences had come to love about going to the movies: high-stakes drama, romantic relationships, beautiful visuals, and a sweeping score that soundtracks the entire narrative. The story follows two very different individuals, a retired fighter and a beautiful nightclub singer, who are faced with the challenge of raising their friend's newly orphaned son.